All right, so this is on my YouTube video. I'm making a shorter clip for you guys so you can see the rule break itself. This is from my live stream. I was live at the moment at that time period promoting your guys' server. So it's 2 prime trikes and this other trike here and the dibble. This was my first engagement and we're at 1 hour and 29 minutes on my stream. So I fight them here. I obviously didn't want the other prime trikes to think that I was, you know, fighting them. I wanted them to think I was fighting this other herd. Now, you can see that guy looking back. I personally think all these guys were in Discord, and you'll see why in a minute. I'm going to fast forward here just a smidge. Just a smidge. So the other trike is now coming in to help defend because I've gotten like 10 bites on this dibble. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like maybe they're just watching. Trying to keep the pressure on both these guys. They're talking to each other. So he caught me there. So I leave this engagement after I got caught there. We're going to fast forward. I track them, making sure that they don't leave, because I kind of wanted to come back into this fight. So I stayed watching them for a time period. They come down here and drink at West Rail. And then they ran after 2 T-Rexes.
Like, you can't tell me that these guys aren't overgrouping. Like, I know they are. They just... There's group limits to this stuff.
I rewind it a little bit here, just so we can see it. Because there was 2 T-Rexes. I'm watching them drink. As soon as, like, the light clears... Just a little bit more.
20% water. And when that happens, the game is engaged. And it's the long game. A lot of people play the short game. They play, oh, I want to kill them right now.
So you can see the 2 Rexes over here.
Big ass group of Rexes.
The trikes are chasing them. These guys moved off, and I didn't realize what they were doing, but they had moved off of drinking over here, and they were aiming towards that direction because these 2 trikes, that dibble and that trike, are all overpacking. And they're staying with each other. Now, they chase these Rexes out of Delta. Okay? We go back into the next day. This is now 1 hour and 53 minutes into the initial fight.
I'm baiting those attacks.
I started at 1 hour and 30 minutes.
I want those attacks to get baited.
We're at 1 hour and 52
Use
minutes.
the stamina. See, he's starting to feel the pressure now. He's starting to bleed. He's not moving as much.
I fight them for... Gonna go on 5 minutes solo. This aloe comes in.
2v1 in this dude, you come in and fight. Like,
this was me live on stream. I'm like, what the fuck is this aloe doing? He saw me 2v1ing these. He comes in, tries to third party.
this would have been a good
This is what they're talking about.
Like,
with
I
like,
wouldn't have fucked it up.
yeah, I'm pissed, right? Because I had been fighting these guys 2v1 this whole time. I'm trying to make content for your server, and this aloe comes over here and tries to fight the same group of people he watched me fight for over 10 minutes now. That's how long that was. Now the aloe fucks off. And when he fucks off, I fight the dibble for another like 5 minutes or so. The trikes come back. Oh, this is a little premature. So the trikes come back a little bit farther back. This aloe gets pushed off, or he leaves. As soon as he leaves, I started re-engaging. This dibble's about to take off here in a second. And how did he know? I don't know how he knew the trikes were coming up the hill. Trikes haven't made a single sound. Trikes haven't one called. Trikes haven't talked in chat. Trikes haven't done anything. But he just takes off, running into the direction of the trikes. Because now, all of a sudden, he's in a different group, apparently. He's in an overpacked group with 2 full-grown trikes. These are the same trikes from 30 minutes ago. We're at an hour and 59 minutes. I tell them that they're overpacking. And global. So then he goes off. The dibble's going to go back and join the other trike. Because they know what they're doing. They try to tell me, oh no, it's not overpacking, you know, da-da-da-da-da. I come back over here and I'm like, okay, fine. If that's the case, then I'm going to come. If these guys want to group up, great. Wonderful. You guys group up, you do your thing. I'll come back over here and I'll 1v1 this trike. The dibble comes, engages me. The other trike comes in, engages me. This is when I tell them, like, you need to pick one. Like, your herd limit's at peak. Like, you need to pick one. So it's the trike or the dibble. Pick one is what I tell them in global. So what they do, because it's how I know that they're all in VC, because they're not talking in chat here in global. They're not talking in local. So this guy says, hey, dibble, go back over there and join that trike. So now we have 2 trikes paired and a trike dibble paired, which is great. That's not overpacking. But unfortunately, they weren't here in the beginning of the engagement. These guys were not here for that engagement that I was with them in the daytime. The PT comes in, Lin TV, and says, yes, I think you're overpacking. Then tells them the pack limit inside global. There's no excuses here. These guys are literally just trying to, you know, be bullshit. He comes, this trike's now defending, no bleed, no nothing, fully primed trike, now defending this dibble. The other trike leaves that trike to come back and re-engage with me on the dibble because this dibble's so low health. Now, mind you, I want to point out, too, this is at 2 hours and 1 minute. This is 10 minutes ago was when that aloe started trying to third-party the whole fight. I called it out in my stream. I was like, it's always bullshit. It's always an aloe that's doing it. These guys now are defending the dibble. This is overpacking, obviously. Or over-mix packing. Or not mix packing, but overpacking. The aloe comes back and now starts to attack that trike because the trike is solo. So the trike stands up and starts walking towards this herd. Because he's bloody too. I had been fighting him for 30 plus minutes. I got multiple bites on this trike. The dibble proceeds to lay down and starts safe logging in the fights, like in the engagement. This is a 30-minute long engagement. I spent 30 minutes fighting this trike, and I died. Or this dibble, and I died.
Horseshit,
He safe logs later on.
I'll get that
In the global chat. You guys call it out right here. 3 trikes and dibble. Let's get it in there. Bulb XOR. 3 trikes and dibble separate now. You are overpacking. First warning. They had been overpacking for over an hour. Well over an hour on the server. Not only were they overpacking, they're in VC. Like, it's obvious that they're in VC communicating to try to manipulate the rules. Then these guys have the audacity. They have the audacity. When I tell them it's all recorded, they say, it was just me and a trike hanging out. And they try to say, well, tell the third-party allo that they need to follow the rules.
He's trying to say that I was mixed packing with the allo. Not the case. I don't know who that allo was or is. But, you know, like, these people love to break the rules and then they want to sit there. You know, they want to sit there and play the victim. I think it's funny. When in reality, like, I had been here in West Rail for my whole grow. And literally, that dibble, I called it in the beginning. I said, these guys are mixed packing. I could tell they're all in a VC. They have communication. And I pointed it out inside the stream. And it's funny to me because it's like, they want to play the victim. They want to act like there was no dibble there now that an admin's looking on it. It's crazy to me.
Lin TV tells them. He says, I don't know that allo. I told him that. He tells them, Jisk, whatever his name is, says, dibble, what dibble? He sits there and says, dibble, what dibble, behind me. I know you can't see it. I can't pull it off, but I just don't understand why you would play victim when you obviously manipulated the rules, obviously sat here and tried to act like you weren't doing what you were doing. And, you know, I just would really like to be reimbursed for the, you know, hour I put in. And, you know, I'm trying to make content for the server, so, and myself. I can't have... Oh, right here. See, Demi tells him, let's see if it'll go up a little farther. That's the one last thing I'm trying to point out. Demi, the admin, tells, or Bulbasaur tells Demi, who was one of those trikes, to make a recording. Let's see, let's get it to go a little bit faster here. I think it's funny. When in reality, like, I had been here. Demi's the one telling him there was no dibble. Demi, he had to be one of those trikes. The admin tells him or her to submit a ticket. I explained the herds. This was me explaining the herds. Herds can only be 45 tokens. Trike is 20 each. Dibble is 10. That's 50. That's overpacking. I tried to explain it to them. They just ignored the entire thing.